Hey Aries, thank you so much for joining me for your January reading. Better late than never, eh? If you follow me anywhere on social media, you might know that I had a minor injury a couple weeks ago, so it kind of put me out of commission. Would have been delivering these to you horizontal, which is not so much the thing, I don't think. But I thank you for being here, Aries. I'm really excited to see what's up for you this month, and we're going to do something a little different for this reading. Instead of doing your fiercely focused spread as the second reading, we're going to take a look ahead at your year, just a really brief, broad overview, like where are you heading, what are the influences around you, what do you need to know, and what can you do to move in the best direction in 2018. And I've made you wait quite long enough, so we're just going to dive right in, Aries. This is a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising in January 2018. What do they need to know, Spirit? New year, new Aries. What do they need to know? What do they need to be focused on for their highest good this month? For their highest good. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries. Aries. And don't worry, Aries, I'll pan you down in just a second so you can see what I'm looking at. Beautiful. Just to give you a hint, Wheel of Fortune. Talk about new year, new you. Things are moving, changing cycle. Aries, Aries, Aries. What do they need to know, Spirit? What do they need to know for their highest good? Their highest good. Aries. Wow. Oh my gosh. So this lovely lady, this lovely lady just flew out. FYI, making an entrance. Okay. Just a couple more, Spirit, please, for Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries. Aries. Aries, one more, please. They need to know January. January 2018, Spirit. Okay. Wow. All right, Aries. Let me get you all straightened out. I'm going to pan you down so you can see what you're working with this month. This is the phrase that Spirit is using right off the bat. They're talking about separating the wheat from the chaff. That's what you're doing this month, Aries. You've got a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of ideas, and sometimes follow through or being a little bit more going deep instead of going, you know, in many puddles, like diving into one deep ocean. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's pan you down to show you, right? Okay, here we go. Here comes all the face. Apologies, Aries. Maybe, you know, you ever wonder, like, is this how she injured her back, dummy? Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Almost there, Aries. We're going to get there. All right. Close enough. Close enough. You can see everybody. Okay. You know, the new year, whether you buy into, you know, the Gregorian calendar or not, you know, I'm an astrologer, so for me, the spring equinox, when, you know, that new moon in Aries really for me is the new year. But when there's so much collective energy behind something like this idea of like the new year, this refreshing, like it's time for me to be at my best, it's time for me to really figure out what I'm doing, where do I want to go, how am I going to do this? There's a lot of collective power behind that, and I feel like you're tapping into that, Aries. You're feeling it. What's really important, you know, here, okay, this is a really wonderful message. Spirit is saying you don't have to work hard at initiative and action, Aries. That comes very naturally to you. What you want to more focus on this month, and I feel like this is going to be a major theme, and perhaps because I'm posting this almost, you know, it's about halfway into the month, you may already have been experiencing some of this. It's once you decide, that's the part for you that they want you to get deeper into really getting clear in your mind about what you want, about what brings you a sense of peace and pleasure, because there are a lot of cups that you could choose from here, okay? This is muddy thoughts, this is lots of emotions, this is, well, which one do I do because they all look good to me. They're not all good, Aries. You want to look a little closer, you want to think a little deeper. As Spirit said, a little less shallow, a little more deep. And that's not a judgment. It's that I feel like for a while, Aries, And of course I should say, Aries, these are general readings. This is not a one-on-one, so I'm getting obviously more than one message, and some will resonate more than others. But the collective energy for Aries is saying that a lot of you are leaving stagnation behind. Something that you had stacked up and really waited for and hoped for, and you poured a lot of love and time and energy into this, and I feel like it didn't turn out, and you're ready to walk away. You're ready for more harmony and exchange and a better flow. This is a very good thing. I feel like, Aries, don't feel bad if you kind of pull a few plugs in January, if you let a few things go. Because like Spirit said, it's not about, you know, the breadth, it's about the depth. You don't want to scatter your energy in 7 different directions. You want to pick, you know, 2 cups out of these 7 and really pour your life and energy into those, and specifically into those that you know are going to give you returns. Whether, you know, and that doesn't mean it's quid pro quo, like, hey, I want you to give me this for that. It's more like, never pour your energy into something that doesn't pour back into you in some way or another. Whether it's like, okay, I'm making money from this, or this just makes me feel good, so I feel energized when I do it. You know, it's kind of like making these videos. It's not a matter of like, oh, I get money for this, because I don't, clearly, but it really gives me pleasure. It really gives me energy. It really revitalizes me and actually helps me do more of what I'm meant to do. And that's what you're looking at, Aries. What can you do and provide that really feels like it provides back to you? You're making a new start. Ha, new year, new you, right? But really, that Wheel of Fortune that I picked up and showed to you earlier, and especially right next to this 2 of Wands, saying you're at a crossroads and you're choosing. I once again want to counsel you. You have 3 of the 7 cards here, okay? 7, 7, 7. And that's like you're dealing with a lot. You're taking on a lot, Aries. So I really want to encourage you not to go after all of the things. You know what I mean? It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you want to gauge your energy level. You want to gauge your interest level, Spirit just said. We've got a couple different cards here. Wow, actually several. So, but first let's look at these 2. These are both cards of peace and pleasure and finding new balance. Really important for you to breathe, to take care of your body, to honor its rhythms is what Spirit is saying. You know, like, I'm tired, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm hungry, I'm going to eat something. Feeling into your body is going to help you feel into your intuition, is what they're saying. Sometimes, you know, the mind can play tricks and the heart can be an overwhelming degree of, you know, passion and emotion that muddies the waters. So Spirit wants some of you to get into your body. When you're having the conversation with somebody or when you're discussing the topic, notice what your body is doing. Is it contracting? Is it expanding? Is it feeling like giddy and excited, or is it feeling like tight and anxious? You know what I mean? Feel into your body and trust what you're getting, because I really feel like your mind might play tricks on you. And again, like, your heart may be a little confused in January. And this is what, my God, I mean, like, everything here is saying, look, the action is on its way. So you really want to get your head right. You want to get your sense of peace and your sense of readiness. And now is not the time, okay, to like, boom, I'm running in. I'm running in where angels fear to tread, which is usually what you do. But you have, along with Temperance and that 4 of Swords, you've got the Hanged Man and the High Priestess. And these are both cards of like, sit back, chill out, it's all going to make sense, okay? The Hanged Man, and I'm showing him to you a little upside down, ironically. Here's the Hanged Man, hanging by his leg, not by his neck, very much alive. He's just had his perspective radically altered, and he's kind of in suspended animation. Whoa, pardon my sneezing senior cat. Bless you, bud. He's in a vulnerable position. He's in a position of radical surrender. Like, there's nothing to do. I'm hanging here by my leg. All I can really do is take in my surroundings and figure some shit out, right? And if you notice, his hands are behind his back. He's doing something that we can't see. And he's got this halo of enlightenment and understanding around his head. you're coming to new conclusions, so allow that to be, okay? These are both cards of allowing. The High Priestess does not fret and run out trying to figure out and, you know, solve the case. She's not a detective in the sense of like, let me go out and interview people and I'm going to go digging and I'm going to figure out this shit. I'm going to go through this person's email, is what Spirit just said. Don't go through anybody's email, Aries. It's never good. She sits back and waits patiently, knowing that the truth is on its way, that secrets will be revealed all in time. You know, what is it they say? Like, what goes into the wash comes out in the rinse? Something like that. I might be butchering that quote, Aries. And then the moon. The mystery is yet to be revealed. Okay, Aries? This is the month for you to prime yourself. That's the term they're using. To prime yourself, get yourself ready for this newness, for this new world. You're going through an evolution. This month feels a little mysterious. But the moon combined with this Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess, this says to me it's going good places. Again, your stick-to-itiveness is what they're asking for. So like they said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Please don't waste all your energy. Please don't leap before you look. This is the time to look, okay? January is the time to look. January is the time to plan. January is the time to look out at the rest of your year and think about where you are now, like point A, and what is point B for you, and then how can you get there? This is a planning month. I'm excited for you about that because I feel like, look, Aries, you have like a natural chart, right? Like you're the first sign, and therefore in astrology we say a natural chart when you know, you have Aries rising, for example, and all the rest of your chart falls, quote unquote, naturally. First sign, you know, first house, second sign, second house, blah, blah, blah. You are a natural, and so they're telling you to kind of abide by the seasons. You know, we're in winter. This is when farmers are like planning and getting things ready for the spring. So get ready, because spring is gonna sprung and very exciting things are gonna happen. And I feel like you may depart in a dramatically different direction than you were originally expecting to. So now is the time to brew up ideas. And like I said, I feel like it's a very good direction. I just feel like you might be a little bit surprised about where you find yourself at the end of January, like to mid-February is what they're telling me. Might be like, whoa, I did not think this was where I was going, did not think this was where this was going, but it's exciting. You know, Aries, you're an adventurer. You like not knowing. So I feel excited about it for you. I feel like it's inspiring. And I actually want to get right in to your year ahead reading. Let's see, you know, if any of these cards pop back up, for example. Now, I'm going to do a spread that I really love because it's very practical. It's very pragmatic. It's all about the steps that you can take. You know, there's this temptation when we get a tarot reading to think that, like, okay, this is my fortune, this is what is set in stone, this is what is going to occur. But the real beauty of getting a reading is that if you like what you see, you keep doing what you're doing, keep making the same, you know, types of choices, don't make any radical departures, and you're going to be fine. But if you get a reading and you don't like where it's going, you can pivot. That's the beauty, okay? So right now we're going to take a look ahead. Spirit, we want to look at all of 2018. All of 2018 for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All of 2018. Woo! My cat just jumped off this table and did all kinds of stuff. Pardon my camera, pardon the earthquake. Okay. Hey, it's okay. It's all good in there. There's a cold front coming in. Maybe even, maybe my Texan came out. Maybe even some freezing. So I feel like my cats are starting to do that thing cats do where they're like picking up something in the air, like the air is electrified. Oh my God, we're gonna freak out. It's gonna be so much fun. Yep, as if on cue. I don't know if you could hear that. That was funny. Okay. All right, Aries. I swear, all about you. Woo. All right. Spirit's like, start it. Okay. Just a few more, Spirit. What does Aries need to know in 2018? That guy flipped out. 2018 for Aries. What do they need to know, Spirit? What are the influences? What's ahead? And most especially, what is it that Aries can do to make the most of the year? What most positive step can they take? 1, Aries. Aries 2018. Aries. What do they need to know, Spirit? Wow. Did I not say, like, let's look out for stalkers? Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Makes me happy. Beautiful. Wow. That's a lot of major arcana, Aries. But this is an important reading, so I shouldn't be so, wow, prized. Goodness me. This is a beautiful reading, Aries. That's the kind of reading I like to give. All right. So, looking at 2018 for you, you have already undergone a level up. Like, the change from 2017 to 2018 is already pretty enormous. Pretty... You finished a chapter. A lot of you finished up a chapter and you're feeling like, finally I got my momentum back. Like, I've got my energy back. I feel more like me. This feels really good. And unsurprisingly, here comes another card saying they want you to trust your intuition. Like, right here, right now, and throughout 2018. Be in reflection. Be, you know, here you are at the end of your reading, okay? So we're getting to, like, here's where you're heading by the end of 2018. But what they want you to do in the present moment is be more of a Queen of Cups than a Queen of Wands. And Queen has nothing to do with gender. It's all about the type of person. And the Queen of... Wow, okay. Bless you. Cheesy crazy, buddy. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. It's my senior buddy, so whenever I hear him make a noise, I'm like, wait, everybody stop. Okay. He's cool. He's cool. He's just at my feet now, chilling. Hey, bud. Good boy. Okay. So here's the thing, Aries. You're fiery. You're decisive. But the Queen of Cups is saying, sit and reflect, just like your previous reading. And this is the card of the present moment. Like, what you most want to do at this moment is just take things in. Don't be, you know, don't feel compelled to act. Don't feel compelled to make any big statements or like commitments in this moment. I want you to sit and take it in, be compassionate, trust your feelings. Cups are emotions. Spirit is also saying that it will benefit some of you to consult somebody that you love who is your Queen of Cups. And when I say, like, this could be, for some of you, this is like a loved one, a sister, a mother, somebody in your life, a friend who is wise, emotionally intelligent, very compassionate, like very non-judgmental, okay? So these are things you want to seek out in this person for their quiet reflection and advice, but these are also the qualities that you want to seek out in yourself. This ability to be calm, to reflect, and to trust your feelings in the sense of let them be. It doesn't mean when you get a feeling you have to go chasing after it. Like, oh, I miss that person, I'm going to call them up. Not necessarily. You might be like, ugh, no, I miss that person, but they are not somebody I should be communicating with right now. I'm talking more about don't judge your feelings. Allow them to be. Let the emotions through. Let the intuition through. Okay? You're heading in a fucking fantastic direction. This is the card sitting in the future, the magician, the manifester, the one with all the skills and resources and charisma that he needs to create whatever he wants to create. The 4 elements of the tarot flying above his head, just waiting for him to turn them into something. What am I going to synthesize? What are you creating this year, Aries? This is a freaking mega year. I mean, more than half of your cards are major arcana, and they're positive. These are all such positive cards. I do feel like this year you're going to want to, a lot of you are going to be on the lookout for a reunion. A reunion with somebody from your past. That's what I mean, gosh, this feels like old lover, old friend, somebody that you have a lot of feelings for, regardless. Again, these are general readings, of course, Aries, but for some of you, this does feel like you're thinking about an ex. Or, you know, somebody that maybe you didn't have closure with, and maybe they're thinking about you too, honestly, Aries. That's kind of what I'm feeling. There's still a gate open here, and some of you might approach that gate in 2018, whether it is to close it for some of you, or whether it's to see what's on the other side and see if it was ever really closed. Y'all have to let me know in the comments if you know what this is about. This is what's possible, Aries. This is sitting in the position of your hopes and fears, okay? So what you can manifest this year is fucking amazing. The Magician, the World. This is literally the ultimate card of the Tarot. This is what you're thinking of can be bigger, better, more public than you thought possible. Even worldwide for some of you. Like you want to publish, or you want to broadcast, or you want to like put a podcast out there. Like this is expansive. This is big. This is like even, okay, Spirit just said for some of you graduation. So maybe this is the year you get mastery and certification, which doesn't surprise me because sitting in the position of what you need to do, learn, seek a teacher. Who is the master that you need to study under? Like whether this is I need to literally go to school, or I'm going to trade school to get training in a certain job, or I'm seeking a spiritual teacher to initiate me. This is a year of initiation regardless of who the teacher is for you, Aries. And when I say teacher, again, it doesn't mean you have to necessarily be sitting in a classroom or even have like a human being physically teaching you something. It could be that you are out seeking this information. The Hierophant is the Pope of the Tarot. He's the spiritual leader, he's the master, he's the teacher. So seek your teacher to become what it is that you want, which is this Queen of Wands. Queen of Charisma, this is a perfect card for you, Aries. Fiery, witty, warm, outgoing. This Queen of Wands is also a leader and a community builder. She draws people around her just by her natural warmth, wit, charisma. She's creative. Spirit really, between especially these two, I mean, talk about a magic wand and the Magician, right? And her little black cat sitting there showing off how magical she is. This is the year to make your magic. And if you need to get a little training, a little more information, some certification, an upgrade, an up level in your understanding, seek this teacher and, wow, hello. Seek this teacher and they can show you the world. They can show you a new perspective. They can take you higher in your journey. I'm going to pen you up for just a second, Aries, because I want to look at you. Hi, face. Face and stripes. Many stripes. Okay, I'm going to bend down here. Hi, Aries. You've got this. That's what I want to tell you about 2018 is you've got this. You're manifesting big results. And if you get a little bit of training or teaching, you're going to manifest even bigger ones. I feel like you'll be feeling quite powerful by the end of 2018 and possibly even like you're on top of the world. Okay? Look forward to it, Aries. I'm excited for you. And as always, I really love to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments if any of this has already come up for you. I know I'm egregiously late in January. Or if you see these themes playing out for your year. I'm really, really curious. And if you want a personal yearly reading or any kind of reading at all, as usual, all of my info is linked below. Or if you want to find me on social, you want to get emails with horoscopes and these videos sent straight to your inbox, all that stuff is below. I really appreciate you, Aries. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful year, and I hope to see you in February. Bye!